Hello everyone! So James Corden, friend of BTS or foe of BTS? It seems this morning he is getting dragged for being a BTS foe because of a video and tweet he put out. Now here is the video in question. Have a look at this.
The nation's General Assembly kicked off this morning in New York City, and it started with some pretty unusual visitors. BTS were there. BTS visited the UN, and although lots of people are saying, why are BTS? The world leaders have no choice but to take BTS seriously. At the end of the day, BTS has one of the largest armies on planet Earth. Historic moment. It actually marks the first time 15-year-old girls everywhere found themselves wishing that they were Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
Now he has angered a lot of fans of BTS with his comments in that video. Firstly, he called them unusual visitors, and then he seemed to imply that a majority of their fans are 15-year-old girls. Now there is a bit of a problem there because firstly, they're not unusual visitors. This is not the first time they've stood in front of the UN. This is the second time, as far as I'm aware. They did it in 2018. So it's not unusual. This is nothing new for them. They've done it before, and I think they're shining a light on what seems to be a worthy cause via UNICEF, and that's good, to be commended. Secondly, you know, BTS are a supergroup. BTS are incredibly popular globally, but for some reason I've never thought of them as one of those bands who have a predominantly female following. They seem to have a very universal following of girls, boys, and also older people. It seems like they have that universal, almost family appeal that boy bands generally don't have. I mean, you know, back in the day when One Direction were big, I think if you'd said, well, most of their fans are girls, you might be okay for saying that. But BTS, never really thought of them like that. There are other K-pop groups who have predominantly female followings, but I just don't think BTS one of them. So he's a bit wrong for saying that. On the other hand, shouldn't we just be able to take this kind of criticism? You know, if you like a certain sort of music and other people don't, and they make fun of you for liking it, does it matter that much? Isn't it just something you just brush off and say, well, whatever, you don't like it, but I do, and that's the way it is. You know, growing up, I grew up in a Christian household. I loved Christian rock music because I wasn't allowed to listen to non-Christian rock music, and my friends ripped me to shreds and said it was rubbish and blah, 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 and hated it, but I liked it, and I still like it, and I don't really care what you think about it. So, I don't know, should we be a bit more kind of forgiving about this? I think the problem is James Corden put himself out there as such a big BTS ambassador that people feel like, well, now you're just criticising them for the sake of a few jokes, and we don't like that. What do you reckon? Are they overreacting? Do K-pop fans ever overreact?